so our team is working on the Wish You Were Here challenge. I am Dennis Liu. This is
Danish.
Mache.
Right. So our team's original mission or apps challenge was to create an app that would show the weather on Mars. The problem with this was twofold. One, the weather data wasn't very good. What we were assuming was something similar to Earth, right, where you actually have weather maps showing the clouds moving, wind directions, vectors, stuff like that, right? In the end, we found out that there were just a bunch of average numbers of the temperature and overall wind speeds across Mars. So it wasn't very good data to visualize. And the second thing is people aren't really interested in Mars's weather, right? You know, we're still on Earth. We're not going to colonize Mars in like the next maybe 5, 10 years. It's still very far away. And the interest in space is not as strong as before, right? Back when there was a space race and stuff like that. So our direction with our challenge was to create a game instead to incite more enthusiasm into space and Mars. And that's why we created a game, which is called Red Marble. And I'll give it over to Danish to explain the game.
All right, so our theme was based on making an old-school 8-bit style game. The premise of the game is that the user is in control of a rover that's alone on Mars and is responsible for constructing an entire Mars research base by itself. And it's going to get minerals and materials every now and then from humans on Earth. And it's actually waiting. It's been given 1 year to make this entire base. And the gameplay of the rover is basically, you can see right on the screen, and you can drive it around. It's able to construct buildings, repair them as well, collect minerals. And the weather information is actually noticeable right on the top right-hand side. There's a lot of things that happen on Mars, like dust storms, a lot of temperature fluctuation. It can go from 20 degrees all the way to negative 90. This kind of game would appeal to almost everyone. It's a simulation game that allows you to make your ideal Mars research base, controlling power generation and building modules that you can connect up. But the most important thing is when the user is done playing this game, they're able to understand really what it would be like to live on Mars.
Another aspect of the game we wanted to try and simulate is public interest, because it's like that's exactly what this apps challenge was trying to promote, right? So as you go through this year inside this game, you would be able to increase public interest by building better colonization techniques and building instances and stuff like that, right? And then halfway through the game, there are actually going to be people coming in. You can't see any right now because we haven't implemented it, but when people come in, they'll be doing research and NASA-related things, and that will incite public interest as well. And by the end of the game, the idea is you will have incited enough public interest that everybody is on board with the Mars idea and trying to colonize it. Yep. So in terms of future plans for this project, would be to port it over to something web-based, like Flash or HTML5, so everybody can play it online. Maybe put it on Newgrounds or Congregate, so kids can play it as well, and to expand the amount of features that we have in the game. Yeah, that's about it.